glad you came over. I know. I mean, you can't stay away from this all the time, right? I'm kidding. Aw, I'm glad you came over because I missed you. I'm so lucky to have you. I just love our relationship, don't you? Good. Well, I got this new book at a bookstore and I really wanted to share it with you. I've never read it, so it's something new, but it's called Alone, and the book cover got my eye. Seems like a young girl with her dog. A-L-O-N-E. And it's by Megan E. Freeman. So, figured we'd give this a shot, and I bought another book, but we'll do that after we read this one. I think the other book is a little bit heavy. Are you ready to dive in? Okay, good. Let's just leave that in there. It's for Fiona Grace. The sound of a human voice. There is no sound like this in all the world. Scott Odell, Island of the Blue Dolphins. I think I read that book. And you know, I never thought of that before. But it's true. And that's crazy. I guess AI. This is not adolescent hyperbole. This is my reality. Alone in this place where I've been surviving on my own for over 3 years with no one but a big, smelly Rottweiler who farts and hogs the covers. You might think I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. I'm not just being dramatic, like my grandma might say. I figured by the time I was a teenager, I'd be thinking about getting my driver's permit, going to dances, playing varsity soccer, and kissing. But instead, I'm thinking about where to find food, and fuel, and water, and whether to use Mountain Dew to force flush the toilet or to drink, even though it's the color of radioactive urine, and it's probably toxic when ingested over long periods of time. Better to be radioactive or dehydrated? These are the questions that plague my daily existence. At least for now. At least until my parents come back. Heaven. A noun. Bliss. Ecstasy. Paradise. Dreamland. So far, I like it. What about you? Yeah. Back when my life was heaven, and I had no idea. Shoes off before you come in, Mom hollers as I open the kitchen door. I mopped today. She wipes orange slop off the baby's face. Honey, I know you have different rules at your dad's, but could you try a little harder to make an effort when you're at our house? Sometimes the way my mom talks to me feels like a scratchy shirt tag on the back of my neck. I kicked off my tattered silver Converse and calculate how much more I need to save before I can special order a custom pair for my 13th birthday. Mom hugs me. Sorry, sweetie. I'm just rushing to get ready to go. So glad you're home. He hands me a mug filled with chopped carrots and celery. I bet you're starving. Who eats chopped carrots and celery when you're starving? Give a woman a meal. I squeeze an empty Twinkie wrapper in my pocket. I'll have to remember to throw it away later. Smart girl. I remember those days. But not Twinkies. I'd have to sneak an ice cream cone. Yeah, so I'll tell you a little story. I mean, we're dating, right? I just need to tell you these things. So, on the way home after school, my sister and I would walk home, and there was an ice cream shop. And, gosh, I think it was like $1.25 for an ice cream cone. And we'd stop there and we'd get it and we'd have to eat it so fast. That way our stepmom wouldn't like come looking for us or know that we ate it. Good times, good times. Alright. Before middle school, I was never even tempted to lie. Lately though, it just seems to make things so much simpler. Mom, are you going out like that? Or make my... Oh, sorry. I thought... Are you going out like that? I make my horror obvious. Mom has on paisley embarrassments she calls her meditation pants. She always wears something mortifying to the Tuesday night Dharma talks. We all just sit still and learn to breathe, like breathing is something you have to learn. Mom does that thing where she pulls my hair to get me to smile. Oh, come on, honey. It's called a sitting meditation. If I wore jeans like yours, I'd lose circulation in my legs. Come to think of it, did your dad see you wearing those when you left this morning? Seriously, my jeans are not even tight. So what if the shape of my cell phone is permanently embossed on one pocket? Sometimes just being in the same room with my mom, even the sound of her voice, makes it hard to be a person. Paul's car pulls up. Mom grabs her wallet out of the diaper bag. Thanks for babysitting, sweetie. We should be back early, unless they're stopping people at the checkpoints. We'll definitely be home before curfew. She kisses Trevor, calls to the twins. Hey guys, bedtime at the usual time tonight. No messing around. She signs I love you toward the dining room, blows me a kiss, and is gone. Brothers. Trevor smiles from his high chair, reaches for me. I lean in, pretend to steal his nose, and he erupts and belly laughs, smears pureed carrots in my long hair. I pull it into a ponytail with a twist tie. I adore my brother, baby brother, but I want to get upstairs, check on the weekend plan. You couldn't pay me enough to eat that. Elliot surprises me, unnaturally quiet, never hear him coming. I try to bribe him to feed Trevor. I have another Twinkie in my backpack. In the gluten-free economy of my bizarre family, Twinkies are worth a lot on the stepbrother black market. But he's helping James' science project. Can't be bought. We have one of those freaky twin connections. Can read each other's minds. Plus, the fact that James is deaf makes me feel awkward. Even after all this time, I know it's not cool to say that, but there it is. I said it anyways. Doesn't help I live half-time with Dad and Jennifer. I used to love the regular breaks and gluten-phobic diets and silent dinner conversations until Paul and Mom had Trevor. Now it feels like I'm missing out. I want my own freaky connection with someone who can read my mind. Pocket vibrates. Click on Ashanti's name. Weekend mission is a go. Our weekend plan, or how I got myself into this mess. We're going to lie to our parents and have a secret sleepover. Emma and Ashanti will say they are spending the night at each other's house, and I will tell Mom I am with Dad and tell Dad I am with Mom. But we'll actually sleep over at my grandparents' empty summer apartment. You know, it's interesting. My stepmom would always call the house I was staying at to make sure I was actually there, so that wouldn't work for me. We will make popcorn, stay up late, watch glamorous old Katharine Hepburn movies, lounge on the king-sized bed, sleep as long as we like. No one nagging us to get up, do the laundry, clean your room, change stinky, gross diapers. We are geniuses. Thesis. After dinner, Elliot sneaks up on me again. Can you please help me with my book report? I'm having trouble with my thesis. Thesis? Oh, sorry. I forgot. It's the boy. Can you please help me with my book report? I'm having trouble with my thesis. Thesis? He's in 4th grade. What does he know about drafting a thesis? I'm an accelerated. My family is a freak show. He takes a deep breath, launches his explanation. It's called Island of the Blue Dolphins, and it's about a girl who lives alone on an island for 18 years. She jumps off a boat and stays behind to save her brother, but then he dies. And she tames a dog, and later she makes a friend. But really, she's pretty much on her own, until she's totally grown up and... Elliot! Sharper than I intend. His hands flutter. He shifts his weight. I tweak the brim of his hat. He relaxes. I have to prove whether her biggest challenge is to A. defend herself against the wild dogs, B. provide food and shelter for herself, or C. learn to trust a friend. What do you think it would be? I think it'd be provide food and shelter for yourself, because you'd have to do it until you're 18, so who knows how long that is. Plot details are sketchy in my memory. Ask him what he thinks. Her brother dies, and she's left alone. Elliot's eyes fill with tears. The wild dogs get him. He glances toward the dining room where we hear James working. Geez, why did they let little kids read this stuff like this, even if they aren't accelerated? Listen, Elle, I said, wild dogs can be scary for sure, and it sucks what happens to her brother, but if she doesn't have a place to live and food to eat, she can't exactly survive, can she? I think her biggest challenge is B, definitely. Elliot exhales. Really? I kind of thought so too, but I wasn't positive. Thanks, Maddie. I smile and think of an upcoming weekend on our very own island of no brothers or parents, all alone with unlimited fun and freedom. Cannot wait. Paul. I bring the little boys into their bunk beds. Trevor finishes his bottles and falls asleep in the crib across the room from where I lie on my own twin bed. I don't love sharing my room, but at least for now he's quiet. Log into my laptop, kitten videos, tumbling around on a patient golden retriever. Adorable. So precious. Here, garage door, switch computer to online history textbook. Open binder, stretch out on stomach, pretend to study. After a few minutes, Paul peeks into the open door. Hey there, how's it going, kiddo? He crosses to Trevor's crib, tucks in the baby blanket. I grunt. Round up my Cornell notes, draw an elephant in the margin. My friends say I'll say that I draw really good elephants. Paul tries again. It's nice to have you here. We missed you on the weeks you're at your dad's. Not even sure why I'm being so rude. Paul's gentle voice brings up the meanest part of me. Well, we really appreciate you babysitting, so we could have a little date. Thanks. He pauses. A few awkward moments. I keep drawing. Okay. Sleep tight. Paul leaves the room, closes the door. Exhale. Slam the computer shut, roll onto my back. Stare at the ceiling fan, trace the pattern of blades moving in lazy rotations. Weekend can't come soon enough. Friday. Feeling fine. New striped top and denim leggings. Jean jacket, floral backpack. I even let Mom kiss me as I leave for school. Language arts, autopilot. Pre-algebra, autopilot. Study hall. Shopping list, social studies, lockdown drill. Fine arts, progress on vanishing point project. Spanish, autopilot. Earth science, autopilot. Final bell. Bikes to store, snacks, soda, frozen pizza, grocery bags on handlebars. "15-minute wait at intersection for military trucks to roll through town. Convoys come through every day now. Mom always has the news on, listening for information about checkpoints and delays and protective action curfews, whatever that means. I personally don't get why everyone is so uptight. It's just a bunch of trucks moving stuff around, not World War II. Pedal to grandparents' empty apartment, easy to get the keys instead of having an extra set hanging on the hook in the laundry room. Soda in the fridge to chill, TV on, feet up. Yes! Tangled web. To Mom at 4:46 p.m. Plan changed, staying over at Dad's for help with huge history project. Back tomorrow afternoon, XO. To Dad, 4:47 p.m. Babysitting tonight for P and Mom. See you Sunday after church. I'll make the waffles this time. For Mom, 4:50 p.m. Please ask Dad if he might be able to get us 2 tickets to the concert next Thursday. I'd like to take Paul for his birthday. Good luck with the project and don't stay up too late. Smiley face. Concert tickets are a good idea. Dad conducts, Jennifer plays flute. Paul doesn't play anything but loves music. From Dad. Sounds good. I want bananas and walnuts on mine. Make sure you charge Paul time and a half for working on a weekend. Haha. Love you. Everything is going perfectly. Monkey wrench. Emma, 6:40 p.m. No sleepover. Ashanti threw up in her mom's car. Me, 6:40 p.m. Gross. Can you still come? Tell your mom you're sleeping over at my house. Emma, 6:41 p.m. Tried, but she called your mom who said you were too busy with your dad doing history. Sucks. Maybe next week. Me, sad face. A banquet of junk food spans the coffee table. All that money and risk and no one's coming after all. At least there's no crying baby to wake me up and I can sleep in tomorrow. Settle into the couch and scroll through the channels until I find an old black and white movie. Ginger Rogers tap dances with Fred Astaire around a big, empty dance studio. An invisible orchestra somewhere off screen. Ginger lifts her wrists and her skirt swirls around her like petals of a tropical flower. Her perfect hair falls to her shoulders in smooth, elegant waves. I tug my fingers through my curly tangles and reach for a Twinkie. Disruption. Middle of the night, trucks rumble. Loud voices outside. Grabbing mode. TV off. Glad lights aren't on in the apartment. Something bangs against the front door. I jump. Footsteps move down the hall. Unfamiliar voices speaks outside the door. What about this one? They're part-timers, said a neighbor, only here for summers and holidays. Voices move away, doors close and open and close. I creep across the floor, crouch by the door, hear people talking downstairs, dog barking outside, someone having a party? Curious, but can't risk being seen. Avoid windows, sound, light. If I got caught here, alone, I'll be grounded forever. Worry infects the room. Eventually sounds fade. Crawl back to the couch, pull up grandma's Afghan, sit in the dark, wide awake. Forsaken. Adjective. Deserted. Abandoned. Forlorn. Saturday. Bright sun shines high in the sky. The sofa cushion is embossed on my cheek and my teeth feel fuzzy. I rub sleep crumbs to my eyes, reach for the last of the popcorn, plug in my phone to charge the dead battery. Messages and missed calls light up the screen. Oh crap. Text message. Emergency alerts, 12:01 a.m. Imminent threat alert. Increased protective actions are being taken. Follow instructions of local authorities. This is not a drill. Voicemail from Dad. Hey there, sweetheart. I'm sorry this happened so fast. We didn't get a chance to touch base. But we'll reconnect when we arrive, and then your mom and I will work on a plan for the next few weeks, okay? In the meantime, don't be scared. I'm sure this is all just precautionary, and Jennifer says not to worry because she's packing your earbuds and your purple jeans, and she'll give them to you when we see you. Okay, Peanut? I love you, and I'll see you soon. Be sure to help your mom with the boys and try not to worry. Bye now. That was at 1:39 a.m. Voicemail from Mom. Hi, darling, it's Mom. I hope you can hear me over Trevor crying. I was really hoping to talk to you, but I imagine things over there are as crazy as they are here. We're trying to get everyone up and moving, and it's pretty chaotic. Listen, I only have a second, but I want you to be sure to stay with your dad and don't try to come home. It's too hectic to try to make a switch now, and I worry that we'll end up separated in all the confusion. Stay with Dad and Jennifer, and we'll meet you when we all get there. Okay, Maddie? I love you with all my heart, and I can't wait to see you. Tell your dad I'll call him. That was at 2:07 a.m. Voicemail from Mom. Hi, sweets. It's Mom again. We're going to drive ourselves, but it sounds like that's not an option, so it looks like we'll be on one of the transports. I can't get through to your dad, but hopefully we'll connect at the embarkation point. If not, we'll see you when we arrive, okay? Try not to worry, baby. I love you. 2:21 a.m. Text messages. Emma, 2:30 a.m. Thank God we didn't end up sleeping over. Isn't this freaky? Which transport are you on? Call me. Ashanti, 3:03 a.m. Hey girl, I'm scared out of my mind, and I can't believe we got so lucky. Imagine if we hadn't been home. We are in line for number 78, but the guy says it's full, so I don't know if we'll get on. Where are you? I hope we're in the same transport. What is happening? Panic. Speed dial. Mom, now. Voicemail. Damn. Mom, where are you? What's happened? I wasn't at Dad's last night. I stayed alone at Grandma's. Call me back, please, Mom. I'm really worried. Speed dial. Dad, now. Voicemail. Daddy, it's Maddie. Please call me right away. I don't know what's going on and I'm scared. Please call me, Dad. Emma. Voicemail. Ashanti. Voicemail. I text everyone. Nothing. Television. Reach for remote. Gray-faced news anchor talks to camera. Imminent threat resulting in emergency evacuations. State of emergency. Top priority to secure the homeland. Infrastructure protection. Western United States. Information security. Crisis and emergency planning. TV shows Farmland. Soldiers erecting rows and rows of tents. Highways and traffic jams for miles. Picture changes. Hundreds of sleepy-looking people standing in lines, waiting, climbing into military buses, vans, trains, trucks. I scan the crowds for family or friends, but don't recognize anyone. Don't even know if I'm looking at images from Colorado. Gray-faced news anchor continues. National threats advisory. Others on pre-evacuation alert. Temporary shelters in multiple jurisdictions. Reduced vulnerability. The safety of American citizens. Stay tuned for more up-to-the-minute coverage of Operation Relocate Freedom. Gray-faced news anchor disappears and a cartoon dog barks at the whale on the screen. I drop to my knees, crawl to the window, and peer over the sill. No one is in the parking lot below. No one is swimming in the pool. No cars or traffic pass by the street. I don't see a single person. Imminent threat? What kind of threat? Are we under attack? Am I in danger? Everything looks normal outside except for the absence of human beings. What sort of threat are they talking about? Why can't they be specific? I've got to get out of here. I gotta find my family. Is it safe? I've got to find out either way. I turn away from the window and reach for my shoes. At the last minute, I think about air. What if the imminent threat is in the air? Some kind of poison. Should I be breathing? How can I not breathe? I grab my grandpa's red bandana off the brim of his gardening hat, unroll it, tie it around my face so I look like a surgeon from a Wild West sci-fi movie. I make my way out into the hallway and sniff. I don't smell anything except for Grandpa's aftershave. Downstairs outside, I cling to the sides of the building, peek around the corner, nothing. The sun is warm, a breeze blows a piece of junk mail across the parking lot, birds are singing, singing birds need to breathe. Maybe no poison. I take a shallow breath and run for my bike. Very interesting. Evidence. I pedal down the street toward the center of town. I ride around clothing, photo albums, potted plants, alarm clocks, baby toys, framed pictures, laptop cases, cell phone chargers, sleeping bags. I come to the parking lot for the parking ride on the corner by the mega church. Half-packed suitcases lie open on the sidewalks. This must be where they loaded everyone onto transports. What did Mom call it? The embarkation point? If the streets and sidewalks are any indication, it looks like people had to leave a lot of belongings behind. I coast around the street, looking for signs of anyone. Hello? Anyone here? Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? I get off my bike and turn in circles. I scan every direction for movement of any kind. Sounds come from a bus shelter. I run, hoping someone is still there. Place compromised devices here. At the shelter, labeled cardboard barrels overflow with cell phones. I hear a ringtone, run from one barrel to the next, dig inside to find the ringing phone. It stops. All I can hear is my own desperate panting. Sit down on the hard pavement, surrounded by cell phones and abandoned luggage. I cry. A thought so terrible. I dig my phone out of my pocket. Speed dial Mom. It rings in my ears. A few seconds later, Scott Joplin's The Entertainer, Mom's special ringtone for me, comes from one of the barrels. I cry out, eyes blurring and breath shallow. I speed dial Dad. A barrel rings. I did Paul and Jennifer and Emma and Ashanti. The barrels keep ringing. All the cell phones have been left behind. I think that's a good place to stop. Yes. Well, what do you think of the book? Do you like it so far? Do you want to join me for a future reading session? Good. I like reading with you. It's like our own little personal book club. Crazy, right? The cover likes to slip off for some reason. There we go. Well, until next time, dear, I should probably make some breakfast. Sleep well.